And we're live, back with another episode of Under the Canvas. Sorry, guys, we've been gone for so long. We've been gone for so long. We've been doing a couple things. First of all, it was Nick's 31st birthday 2 days ago. He's alive, sponsored by Cutwater. And I took a little vacation down to Mexico, so we're back. We're back live. Big card this weekend. We're not going to really go backwards just because we missed about 2 or 3 weeks.
There was no card last week anyway.
Yeah, no, yeah. But the week before that, we're not even going to talk about that. We're going to move on to the final pay-per-view of the year, one that had Nick really disappointed as soon as they announced it. We have Davashvili versus Jan 2, a quick turnaround for Davashvili here. What are your initial thoughts? Do you feel like is there any excitement for this card? Or you just kind of want to get the year over with and get the next year started?
No, there's some really good fights on this card, and not this fight, but there's some good fights on here.
Hmm. So we have obviously we have one sec here. We obviously have Davashvili here. He he is headlining versus Jan. The main card looks decent here. The prelims look pretty good. Do you have anyone that you want to highlight on the early prelims
Always
or the
highlight
actual prelim?
Mansour. Mansour is a guy that, like I said, can make a lot of noise in this division. Everyone talks about Ateba, and Mansour's kind of the same thing, right? He goes in there, finishes all the guys that he fights, undefeated. So, um, Mansour's a guy to watch for sure. I think Tricoli is a 2-pack of ass. So we should see. This is gonna be a little showcase fight for my man here.
What do you think? It's going to be just straight striking? You think he's just
Yeah,
going to
he'll
get him
knock
out of
him.
there
Yeah, he'll
early?
knock him out in the first round, I think.
Yeah, yeah. Gotcha. All right, so just kind of moving on here. Anything I
Jalen
see this
Turner
Edison?
coming out of
Yeah.
retirement against Rosa should be fun. Let's see if he still has that fire in him to do it. He's a big
Yeah.
favorite, so
Yeah, I was a little surprised when he first went and retired. Obviously came back quick turnaround. I'm not sure what he retired or what was going on at the time. Edison Barbosa has looked good in his last couple fights. I do remember when he beat the shit out of one of your boys here. Where's he at? Obviously, let me see. Yeah, Yusuf. Uh, Murphy he looked good against, even though he won.
yeah.
Um, But yeah, he's been looking decent. He's always tough. I think he's gonna have issues with Jalen though when it comes to the range,
Yeah,
and
the
that's with
range.
everyone
This
in
is
this
gonna be
division.
tough.
It's everyone in this division. So
Correct.
we'll see what he has. We'll see what he has.
Range for him is gonna be tough for sure.
And then we have Marvin Vittori versus Bruno Ferreira. Do you have any confidence in what Marvin's doing anymore?
I don't care about this
Fall.
fight at all. Oh my gosh, it's just about how long Marvin can stay in there, to be honest.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm in rank number 14. He's kind of looking like a gatekeeper at this point. He just needs to survive in advance. I'm not sure if they're throwing Ferreira a bone here, but they're just seeing if Marvin kind of has anything left in the
Left
tank.
in that tank, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just moving up, man. What happened to Macy Barber, man? Just weight cuts, couldn't make the weights. Uh, um, just unfortunate things happening with her health. Now we see her in the prelims, right when she was almost headlining. Um, she was almost headlining. What's it called? Fight nights. What do you think is going on there?
For her, I think it's just, I feel like it's a make or break thing for her here. Like, it's nothing that has to, when she actually gets in there, she's a top 5 fighter in the division in the world. It's just the problem is getting her in there. Like, we can't have the weight cuts. We can't have you blowing off events. Like, I think this is a big fight. This is against a really good opponent because Kareen's the real deal as well.
Yes. Yeah.
So we'll see what it is, but I think she has a chance. I don't think it's all gone for her. I think she has a big chance here to get it done. Um, I do think she ends up winning this fight. Hopefully, she could get back on track here.
Yeah, can the UFC can she do anything to gain the UFC's trust again, or do you think she just has to string along a couple
Yeah,
fights
it's gonna be
together
a
before
couple
she can
fights, a
ever?
couple wins she's gonna have to put together. But being on a pay per view is not a bad start, you know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
You
for
skipped over
sure.
my man Sadikov though. Sadikov and Zaram is nasty. Sadikov arguably has the fight of the year this year.
He
Um,
does, he does. Yep, yep.
so
Volume striker.
he's always entertaining. He's always fun. Ferris is also a very very good striker. Always fun. I think this fight is a fucking banger to start this shit
Hmm.
off. I think it's gonna be so much fun to watch. Might be the best fight on the main card. So
Yep, yep, yep. Azerbaijan. Last time when he fought in Azerbaijan, I remember he came out
fucking, it was insane.
like lays
It was
insane.
an
Just
insane fight.
the volume of that fight, and obviously Fares Fahim coming from France, a little bit tough, but I am going with even though he's the underdog or the pick'em in this, I'm going with Azim. He was just tough as hell, man.
Correct.
Terrence McKinney, up and down, up and down, up and down.
Hey,
Kind of reminds me a little bit of Kevin Holland, but
he's always
which
fun.
McKinney are we seeing? Yeah,
He's an underdog, so I'll take him because we know the fight's going to finish in the first round. We just don't know who's going to get finished. So
yeah.
I'll go with McKinney here. Slight underdog, Chris Duncan. I've seen him touch the mat before, so I'll
Mhm.
take McKinney here.
Yeah, he was speaking in the press conference saying that he was going to beat Terrence Magomedov, and he's just going to go for a 15-minute boring decision.
He's full of shit.
Obviously,
I don't buy it.
yeah. Obviously, he's joking. I've never. He doesn't even think like that for him to do that. But um, yeah, I think I'm gonna go Terrence McKinney. He might have found some new win here, and had a couple has a couple fights under his belt. Even though he's up and down, up and down. Let's see if he can do something with Duncan here. Then we got Grant,
And
man. Grant versus
and
Manuel Torres.
Chapo.
Do you think he's? Yeah. Do you think do you think Torres is gonna out tough him, or do you think
Nah.
Grant's just gonna go forward?
Torres is a one shot pony. He can win. He just has to land the shot. But I think Dawson is more well rounded. He's been really solid in his UFC career. I think he gets it done. I don't think it's going to be exciting by any means past that first round, but I think he ends up getting it done.
Gotcha, gotcha. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with Grant too. Just a safe pick. Obviously, a minus 205 in this fight. Like you said, Manuel has one trick pony here. We'll see if he can switch it up. One thing you can kind of really he has the advantage in is the reach a little bit, but I think Grant is just gonna close the distance here. He's gonna get him out of there pretty quick. And we move on to the main event. We got number five, Jan Blachowicz, which is with Bogan Guskov. Do you see anything with Boban here that you think will give problems with Jan,
Yeah,
or you think it just
I
kind of
think Jan should retire. I think Bogan's been in here slumping dudes. I think he's on like a 3 fight knockout streak, Mr. Bogdan. He's been slumping boys left and right. I think he's really good. I think he doesn't get talked about enough at light heavyweight. He's been on quite a little streak. I think Jan's coming off a loss. I think he's slowed down a lot. That Polish power is starting to dwindle. I just think he's at that tail end of his career, and he's coming off a long layoff here. I like Bogdan at plus 100.
yeah, I'm liking here. I think we're really starting to see Jan and his age catch up to him. It was ever since he fought Ankalaev, man.
Yeah.
When they got that split draw, he kind of just lost it a little bit,
Yep.
and he's been downhill ever since.
Yep.
And Henry Cejudo, he's retiring after this fight. We're done with him. Obviously, he came back. He shouldn't have come back, kind of ruining his legacy. Versus a young Payne Talbot. He got dominated earlier this year. We picked him. Oh, I picked him as being one of the fighters that's going to blow up this year. But obviously, he had a setback. Came back, looked a little bit better with his grappling. What do you see here? Do you think Henry's just a little bit too smart and we'll just take him down with the wrestling?
I think Peyton puts a stamp on this fucking fraud's comeback here. We saw Payton make huge strides in his last fight with the takedown defense.
Yeah,
I
right.
think we're gonna see that even amplified this time around, and I don't think on the feet he can stay with him. So we know Henry's game plan
Yeah.
is gonna be to try to take him down every round as much as he can, but I think Peyton's ready for it. I think he'll separate himself. I think we finally get rid of Cejudo after this.
Do you think he actually retires, or do you think he's just?
Yeah, I think he
I mean,
retires.
he said it
I think
has.
he does because,
Yeah,
like,
I
bro,
mean,
five
yeah,
straight losses when you only had what, one or two. coming out of
Yeah,
retirement. You were known as the great Triple C, the two division champion, and Gomez. He's just ruined it all. So I think he'll cut it out after
yeah,
this.
yeah. Do you see Peyton getting him out of there like quickly with a finish, or you think it's going to be a decision, like a dominant decision?
I honestly could see him finishing him. I could
Wow,
see it.
it's
We haven't really seen
yeah,
Henry hasn't fought somebody with heavy hands since he came out of retirement. I
yeah,
think this dude can give him a lot of problems.
yeah. Especially with that height difference,
Yeah,
it's kind of crazy. It's insane, but we'll see. We'll see what Henry has in his last fight. And we got another banger here, man. We got Tatsuro versus Brandon Moreno. This has fireworks all over it. Obviously, Brandon forward, forward, forward. That's all he does, and so does Tatsuro. They just continue to move forward. Um, early is kind of a pick 'em here. Are you leaning Moreno just because of the experience, or do you think Tatsuro will figure it
this
out?
one I honestly have no idea. It's one of those few fights where
Yeah,
I really don't know because it could go. If it's a 3 rounder, so it could go Tatsuro and him. I don't know. I think Tatsuro's a slightly better grappler from what I've seen, but Moreno's also very slick with his grappling. But Tatsuro I think is better there on the feet. It depends on what Moreno we get. I think Moreno's going to be slicker on the feet. So the thing is, if it both cancels out, how does it go from there with the grappling? So I don't know, man. I really don't know. I'm leaning Tatsuro as it was today, just because I think he's going to
yeah,
be more active in a 3 round fight. Um,
hmm
if it was 5 rounds, I'd probably take Moreno for sure, especially with all the championship experience.
right.
I just don't know. It depends on what Brandon Moreno we get.
Yeah, but let's say Brandon Moreno loses this fight. Where do you see him going next? Or do
He
you
would have to
think
leave the
if he wins
division.
this fight, yeah, yeah, because he's done everything in that division.
Yeah.
That's my issue with this fight. It's just if he wins, he doesn't really have anywhere to. I mean, do we really want to see Moreno in another title fight?
No.
If he loses, he gets out of that division. So it's tough. But Tatsuro has this on a silver platter for him. He just needs to perform, but it's going to be tough, especially um, with Moreno. You're not going to get him out of there. You're not going to finish him.
Correct.
But it's a pick 'em. But I'm probably going to go Moreno just because of the experience.
Hmm.
And man, the fight, this is the fight I'm most excited about. Pantoja versus Van. Do you think Van does anything to mitigate the ground game of Pantoja, or do you think it's just not
I think he's
possible?
gonna have flashes. Um, where it's like, man, he's gonna win. I think he might even win a couple rounds, maybe. But I think that it's just a matter of if and when. I think Pantoja's just too good. I don't think in that time frame between what Van did and now that you could prepare for what's to come. Um, you know,
Yeah,
Royval didn't even attempt to take down on this dude. It was just a stand up war. Um,
yeah,
Pantoja's a whole different level. I think it's gonna be a wake up call for sure. He's
yeah,
gonna have moments where the hands are like, "Yo, holy shit!" But I think Prince Hoja's ready. I think he's gonna get that boy down, and I don't think Van's gonna know what to do once he's down there. So
yeah, yeah. It's tough. It's tough. Yeah, Pantoja. He fights one time a year. He's always fresh around this time. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Pantoja, but I think Van's gonna make it interesting. I think Van's gonna make it interesting, but it's gonna be a fireworks. It's a little bit too early for Van, but if he does get it done, what a surprise, man! What a
yeah,
surprise! And then go ahead, you can go off with Merab here. Do you think Peter Young has any shot, or do you think it's gonna be the same old Merab? He's a minus 485. A little bit disrespectful, but what are you thinking?
and I'll tell you this right now:
He's gonna do
Peter Yan's gonna win this fight. I'm telling you this
it.
right now. Nobody thinks this, and I understand why. Based off what we've seen, I think Peter Yan is gonna. It's gonna be a full circle of life moment, and I think he wins this fight.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know you're gonna say no.
And he, no, no, it's just this is what it's what I want. I think you're speaking with your heart.
No, I'm
I
speaking with
just
my
know
heart.
what's
I'm
gonna
speaking with my
happen.
mind.
if Moreno, I'm sorry, Merab is gonna what he's gonna do, he's gonna initially try to strike with him, and he's gonna figure out, oh man, I cannot strike with this guy, so he's just gonna take him down, and it's just gonna be inevitable. Obviously, Peter Yan has a great takedown defense, heavy ass hands, and I think Merab's just gonna lay on him the entire time. Unfortunately, it's just too much with the cardio. It's 5 round fight. I'm leaning Merab, probably decision, but I won't be surprised if I see like a second or third round knockout with Peter
Yeah.
Yan. Guys, and that is it. This is our final pay-per-view card of the year. We made it through the entire year. What we're gonna do is we're gonna post the pics on the Instagram here. We'll come back later, probably next week with a little reaction to this, and then give you our thoughts on the upcoming year. We got some bangers. Um,
Bangers.
yeah, no more pay-per-view. Pay-per-view formats out of here. Um, UFC cards are going to be on a little bit earlier in the US. We'll see how that impacts us. But yeah, guys, thank you for sticking with us. And
Fuck
that's
you,
it.
Ariel Hawani.